Welcome back to the NRL Fantasy Flog for round 18. And
We're up to 18 already.
yeah, I'm Rayner, that's JL.
JL, I'm the one in disbelief that we're that far into the season.
Yeah,
Origin's gone now, done.
yeah,
Whole period.
the Billy Slater testimonial match.
He played well, didn't he?
He played well enough. To get player of the series, yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, so how did you enjoy the game?
I watched it and I didn't really care.
Yeah.
New South Wales won the series, so I mean,
It would have been good to get them 3-0, but
I don't
obviously
really think it matters.
No.
I don't remember, even for the last 15 years that Queensland's dominated. How many times have they win 3-0?
Well, there was a stat I saw somewhere that
But no one remembers. No one cares.
before this game,
I just care who wins.
the last 5 years, we actually won the same amount of games before this last game. And now they're one game ahead in terms of.
But it doesn't matter. It's all about who wins the series.
Yeah.
Not man of the series, obviously, because that's a joke. Voted for by two Queenslanders, clearly.
Yeah, so
Laurie Daly didn't have a big say.
there was some joke on Twitter that I think Ruan Sims
Yeah,
did the
probably.
did the tipping there. So
I think the
There you
biggest
go.
winner of all that was all the betting agencies, though.
yeah,
When your player of the series doesn't play the first game, it means no one bets on them.
yeah. So that's
So they made a killing.
helpful.
They probably sponsored someone to do with it as well, so that's not dodgy at all.
And stayed up, watch the second semi in the World
Football's
Cup.
coming home, but it's not.
The team's coming home. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
Oh well.
Yeah, Croatia got over England. Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched it yet, it was.
It's not a
I
spoiler.
haven't been that excited about the World Cup. So,
Nah.
like I was at the start, obviously,
Yeah.
when we were over in Russia. But
Someone from Europe won already. France probably. It's
Yeah,
like
so-
whatever.
so when's the GF on? Is that like Saturday morning or something?
It's on the weekend sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually do it that way.
One of them. Probably Sunday morning.
Yeah, and the World Series of Poker's on as well. I'm finding that way more exciting.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone, but
Again, some Euro's going to win that probably too, that no one's ever heard of.
yeah, or American. I think we got this one Aussie left. I'm not too sure.
I wouldn't be able to name any Australian
I
play
can't remember
players.
his name either. But yeah, so that's exciting as well. I've been watching that.
Anything to avoid doing fantasy, eh?
I did it like 5 minutes ago before you walked in.
Yeah.
Well, that was about it.
Cool.
Because there's like a couple of rounds of apples and spuds and stuff we've got to go through.
We'll get straight into it then.
All right.
Straight into it after we've crap on for another 10 minutes.
Yeah. So anyway,
On apples.
yeah, apples and spuds.
Golden apples and dirty spuds.
All right, so I won't bore you. No one can actually remember the last few weeks of games anyway. I think round 16 was like 2 months ago, so feels like it anyway. So I'll just give you another quick little update on the overall apples and spuds. So overall, I think Damien Cook's still in the lead with 13 points. He had another good game. Obviously not last week, the week before. Same with Jai Arrow. He added to his stack, as it were. He's on 11. A couple of people on 9. Smith's dominated over the last few weeks, and he's up to 9 now, tied with Taumalolo. And sorry, I forgot to mention Ponga. Before his injury, he's on 11 as well, so he was tied for second.
He better get back soon because I've got a bet on him for Dally M. So he needs to keep playing. I don't care about fantasy.
Maybe next week at the earliest. We'll have a look at that later.
Hopefully.
So they're the top 5. Cook, Arrow and Ponga, and then Smith and Taumalolo. I don't know. There are a few blokes that can make a late run, I suppose. Tapau maybe. But I think the winner's going to come from one of those few. Farah, maybe.
Nah, he hasn't got enough.
Fafita's going to drop off now, it feels like. And but anyway. So they're the apples at the moment. Spuds. Still led by the two Manly blokes. There are a few blokes closing in. So Uate is still at the top, and Wright's still second. Obviously Uate's out for a bit now. Season?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Wasn't he along with Senders Moses injury?
He's also signed overseas.
Yeah, I think he's done.
So we'll see if Christian Crichton's making a late run. He's only a few points behind now.
He's got a few bad games left in him.
100%. Trent Hodgkinson, I think he's going to make a real big run now. Off the bench, he'll play minimum 30 minutes and score no points. So he'll make a late run. Anthony Don's still up there. So they're the top 5. Uarte, Wright, Christian Crichton, Hodgkinson and Don. So still open. Still the field's still open there.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the apples and spuds as it stands. I have kept track over the last few weeks. Golden 8. So obviously last week there was only 4 games. No Golden 8. Round 16 there was 8 games.
Good. Yeah.
And there was a tie for the win there. It won't take too long. Jamie Cobra Clark got 3. That was Farah's first game, round 16. So he got up that game. Smith had a big game. And he picked Damien Cook as well. And I got 3 as well. So take that.
Didn't I get 3? I want to pick those guys.
There was a couple of people on 2. You were on 2, and a couple of other blokes on, or one other bloke on the comments.
Oh,
2 as well.
Arrow, what an idiot!
Yeah, so
what an idiot.
Cobra Clark and myself, we'll get on the picture for that one. And obviously the Golden 8 will be back this week with 8 games ahead of us. Yay!
Sweet.
All right, that's it.
That's it. Oh, cool.
Ins and outs.
Yeah, ins and outs and stuff.
Ins and outs and stuff.
Oh. So we won't. So with ins and outs this week, we won't.
We're pretty much not doing ins and outs anymore. Just the stuff.
Just the stuff. Nobody cares. Nobody's got trades. Nobody needs to know who's coming in or out because
it changes like game day anyway with all the Origin guys backing up.
Yeah.
And plus, a lot of it doesn't affect fantasy. And this is a fantasy show. We're not a footy news program.
No.
Although we
not yet
tend to break the big stories. No, we don't.
You've given a few coaching tips over the weeks. But nobody listens.
It's more of a coaching clinic than a fantasy show. So we're trying to just stick to the fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
Before
we get into the first game, we're at the lovely Jubilee Oval, Cogra, for the Dragons-Tigers game later in the week. But, so if you didn't pick it already...
Yeah, I didn't pick it.
No.
Didn't look like it to me. Yeah.
All right,
and before we get into this week, because my tips have been so bad for tipping, I've used the current organisation I do my tips with provides a random service.
Oh, really?
You can click and it gives you all the whole teams, or you can click and it gives you just a random pick.
Yeah.
So this week my tips are randomised. So they're all computer generated, so they're probably going to be better than what I would do. So
we need to go back and watch our shows and
I got like 2 last week. Oh, sorry, the week before.
8. We can't count our bye rounds. Oh, we can't count the round. No, I'm saying we should go back and check ours to see how we're going against each other.
I don't think we do it from round 1 though. So.
Well, you can just do the rounds that we did.
Well, but then we have to watch the videos again. And we all know how hard it is to get through watching the video.
It's hard enough doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so there's no Thursday night game this week. Obviously,
good.
That's tonight, but Origin last night. So Friday, Panthers and the Sharks kick us off at Panthers Stadium.
Yep. So the big talking points in Panthers Sharks obviously is whether the Origin boys back up in the halves.
Yeah.
So Maloney and Cleary.
There was talk early on that they're not, even though they've been named on the extended.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's only 2 days, and
those
it was a big game too. A lot of defence. So.
The young fellas, Luai and May, did an outstanding job last week.
Yeah, I think they'll get the run again.
Give them another go.
Yeah.
Luai was one of the top scorers last week.
He was.
So well done
if you got him.
If you got him as a cash out, although he may only play this one game.
Yeah, you can't get on him now.
Yeah.
Kick out, putting in some big scores.
Come back from injury and he's killing it again, playing 80 minutes.
Yeah.
With CHN injured. Oh, he's on the bench.
Yeah.
He did pick up an injury, didn't he? CHN.
Nah, he's fine.
Kickout's just going too good at the moment, and so is Yo. Yo's been really consistent lately.
Yeah.
Not that anyone's got him.
And on the other side, I mean, the big ones there are still the whole Gallon, Fafita, and Woods.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Woods is taking minutes off people. Fafita's not getting as many minutes, and Gallen still is and scoring well.
Yeah, that's
But
frustrating.
he's an old busted old man, so I don't know if he'll keep it up for every week.
You think towards the end of the season where they're making a push for the top 4 or whatever, that they're young big forwards, or Fafita in particular, should get a few more minutes hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. It depends how they're going. Like, they're going all right at the moment, so.
I did read on Twitter too, and you know how we are at stealing other people's ideas. That this game's been coined the Sione Katoa Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
with the 2 Sione Katoas.
Not that it matters, because
they're not relevant. Yeah.
Not really relevant.
Jesse Ramian's relevant, though, if you've got him. Or if you're looking for your last centre, he's an option.
Good form.
I think he might have moved to the top of the centres. I'm not too
you
sure.
can pick there's half a dozen centres that are a point or two difference between them.
Yeah.
And it's just whoever has the best game that week.
Yep, still no Dugan, so Val Holmes.
He's not far away though.
Yeah, but Val Holmes has been going okay.
Yeah, and I don't know how they'd fit him in.
Yeah.
Well, I do. They'll probably move Val to the wing and drop Eddie
this
Lee.
time of year, you've probably got like 99% of your team sorted, haven't you?
Yeah.
I would say. How are you going with yours? You got 17 guns, or
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
If you count Martin as a gun.
I'm counting Martin and Farah.
Yeah.
And DCE. Yeah. So I got like 17 guys that.
Yeah. So
I'm not looking to make trades unless there's injuries. So obviously, I got a couple of Ponga, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
You're probably in the same position, so you're not really looking for anyone.
Yeah. So just the big scorers.
Hopefully, fingers crossed for Feeder.
Yeah. Everyone's in that boat though. He's got high ownership.
Otherwise, you'd probably trade him to Ryan James at the end, or see who's going. See what's
one
happening.
of those guys.
Yeah, see what's happening.
But as far as front row forwards, he's still averaging
he's still up there.
The top two, or at least if he might still be ahead of Tapau because Tapau's recent crappy scores, but
Arrow and cool.
So you can do worse.
Who you tipping? Who's your golden 8?
Tipping. Random is tipping the Sharks.
Yeah, you're tipping the Sharks.
I'm tipping the Sharks.
Don't deny responsibility.
And for my golden 8, jeez. I really don't know. I don't see a lot of big scores coming from that.
I'm gonna go. I was gonna go Paul Gallen, but
Valentine hopes.
I know I'll go. Yeah, I'll go Paul Gallen. I'll just go Paul Gallen. And I think the Sharks will be too physical for their young halves.
I'm going Val Holmes. I think he'll get tries if he plays, of course.
Yeah, if he backs up.
He'll back up.
All right.
He's only a winger.
Cool.
Well, he was a winger. Next.
So there's the second Friday night game is at McDonald Jones where the Knights take on Parramatta.
Yeah, obviously the biggest issues around the Knights is Ponga. And Mitchell Pearce is back in, so he's the one to look at. I don't know if you could get on board straight away.
Not straight away, give him. If you haven't got Haas, I mean, a lot of people got on Lachlan Lewis as a cash out, and he's putting up numbers as a keeper. So you don't need Pearce straight away.
There's not really too much else. Like Herman Essie's had some decent scores when he's played lock, so he's another one. But like we said, no, you're not really looking to bring guys in too much now, especially that mid-range sort of thing. You either want guns or you want cash outs.
Yeah.
The only thing is if you've got to cover an injury for Ponga.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, hopefully you would have planned for that earlier and have got like a
spare wing.
A Sarko or a...
Sione Katoa or...
Yes, or who's that Gold Coast half that's dual position?
Brimson,
He's dual position wing, but I'll be using him this week.
Yeah, so we're not trading out Ponga. That's basically the thing. He's not going to be out very long. A week or two.
Yeah, another week or two.
So just hang on to him and cover him.
And there's not much happening.
Because you'll need him when he comes back because he's still the number one fullback.
There's only really Nathan Brown to look at Parramatta.
Yeah, Parramatta's the same. They're full of hopeless plays. Nathan Brown.
He only played 58 minutes last game.
Yeah,
he scored a try, which helped. But I want to see him get more minutes, obviously.
Yeah, it's going to depend on how the games go.
Yeah. Well, they've got 4 forwards on the bench.
Yeah.
again. So
Well, it's playing against the Dragons the last time they're out, and that's usually a big forward battle. So I can see why he's. I could see him playing more minutes against the Knights because I don't see it being as tough in the middle.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Tim Manor had a cracker last game,
Especially without the Knights also don't have Slade Griffin, who had a horrible injury.
Oh, his knee sort of went bent around like that.
Well, not good to look.
It was
look
horrible
at,
to look at. But
so
yeah, hopefully he'll come back next week. Or
next year.
Next year.
Hopefully he'll be back next year.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be back at some point.
Yeah,
Because he's a good player.
A lot of people too still have George Jennings for the Eels.
Oh yeah.
He's obviously going to be handy cover for people like Ponga if you've been
Yeah.
carrying him through, but
Yep.
I don't have interest in this game too much, to be honest.
Oh, I want to see how Pearce comes back. Yeah, that's about it really. I think they've missed a dominant half. They can control games. Connor Watson's been doing pretty well. His running games come along, but
I think it'd be alright, but I don't know if it'll be fantasy relevant.
Yeah.
With the rest of the squad he's got around him.
I think
He'll have to do all the work. Without Ponga there, he's going to be doing all the kicking. So,
I think
kick meters.
Newcastle happy to have him back at least. I feel they've probably got a bit of confidence, even though Ponga's out. Controlling half will give them a better chance, I think, and especially against Parramatta.
Cool.
I'm gonna pick Parramatta.
Yeah, well, my random tips tip the Eels.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll go Corey Norman. There'll be points in this game, I reckon.
I'm tipping. After all we said, I'm tipping a big comeback from Mitchell Pearce,
Yeah.
and he'll be the top scorer.
Cool.
Which means he'll probably get an injury in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's the reason we lost to Origin 3-2, by the way. Just because he was back.
Yes, definitely.
He was fit again, so obviously people were worried. Did you know, it's going back to Origin, that it's actually Maloney's fault? Because for the 10 minutes he was off, we scored 12 points and they scored 0. For the 70 minutes he was on,
We should have stayed off.
we scored 0 and they scored 18.
Come on, we all know it's
So
Sims.
they should have played the whole game with 12 players and without Maloney, and they would have won.
As long as they kept
By that
Tags-
logic.
As long as they kept Sims off the field.
Sims was good for the first 5 minutes, and then he just
a couple of
did what Sims does.
Yeah.
Tries to beat up little guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, next. Getting sidetracked already.
Saturday at ANZ, Bulldogs and Souths.
Yeah. The Dogs, obviously, Reece Martin had a huge game last time out.
Yeah.
100 odd points.
They were playing in a terrible...
And he's still cheap enough to get. If he puts up...
Was he 650?
He's like 670, yeah, 672.
Yeah. If he's considered a keeper, that's real cheap.
Exactly. And even if he doesn't quite... Obviously, it's going to come down to how many trades you got. But if he doesn't quite hit those scores anymore...
Yeah.
Which there's no reason why he shouldn't, he's kicking goals as well.
Yeah.
But he'll make enough money in the next 2 weeks that you'll be able to sideways trade him anyway.
Easy.
To whoever you want.
Yeah. But he's looking good in that team. He scored nearly all their points last week, and you can see that probably continuing to happen.
And the other one was who you mentioned before, Lockie Lewis.
Yeah, really good. Couple of games in.
Kicks in general play, he's dominating that. So that's where a lot of his points are coming from, that and running base stats.
I know we talked about his ISP stats where he didn't actually get that many kick meters, but he's
but
being
obviously
forced to now,
with this lineup, while ever he's there with Marshall King, I think if Frawley comes in, it might lower his scores. But the thing is, if you bring him in now, he's more cover for your halves and maybe an 18th man loophole option.
Yeah. Well, he's not,
and for that, he's handy.
He's not base price now. He's over 300. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So is kind of a bit late. Unless you're finishing out, if you've got 17, you're looking for an 18th man, that's cash, cheap. That's but that's kind of it. And obviously, Josh Morris is announced he's leaving.
He's going to Sharks. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how many of them are going to be there next week.
So Will Hopaway, he's had a couple of weeks of fullback now. His first game was not great. His second game was better, but still not great.
So he's not really looking like an option.
Probably pass on that.
And
they're just a team that doesn't score that many points. So
no.
Anyway,
And on the South side of things, obviously things are looking great at South. So you got
he's
a
looking
good
brilliant.
squad. The only problem they've got is Inglis is out, but that's not really a huge problem fantasy wise.
Nah. I think keep him fresh and for the final run home because I think they're going to be one of the top teams this year.
Yeah. So Cook's been obviously scoring well. He should back up and be right.
Yeah, he played 80 minutes physical game. They haven't got Farah on the bench anymore, so you think he back up? You think they'll all back up?
Well, they've probably got plenty of people who cover. They've got McCurrick, in the extended squad if they need to.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Farah left, McCurrick went to South. Yeah.
The other sort of fantasy guys, Crichton and Burgess. Burgess isn't quite up there this year, but I mean, you could do worse. He's still capable of putting up a big score. Crichton as well. He has games where he's involved and some games where he's not. But
they're in a situation where they've got their team's so strong. They got Cam Murray on the bench. Yeah. They got to try and find space for him at some point in the game. So yeah, Sam Burgess. If you need I'd probably wait towards the end to see if he's still putting up 80 minutes of games or 70-minute games, whatever.
Yeah.
Adam Reynolds.
Reynolds is still going good.
He's going real good. Obviously, I think he's in the top couple of options in the halves now, along with.
Well, it's your top five really. It's your Johnson DCE, and then Reynolds, Cleary, and Pearce. It's just seeing how they all go.
Yeah.
Just pick two of those guys and you'll be right.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Not much else to say about that.
South by. I think Bulldogs will put up a
computer says South.
Computer is lucky.
I know. Most of the tips the computer did were in line with what I would have done.
Okay.
Which I'm glad about. There's a few.
Also a bit worried because of how bad you're doing, Alan.
Yeah, and obviously Cook or Martin. No, we've got to stick with Cook against the Bulldogs.
I think Cook might get a spell in this game.
I don't see the Bulldogs getting many points, so Martin won't get a lot of goals.
No. I'm going to say Angus Crichton's going to have one of those games where he just makes a lot of busts and ends up getting a crazy try and 100 points.
Could happen.
All right, let's move on to Lotto Land, Saturday Arby, where the old rivalry continues between Manly and Storm. Yeah,
Manly's players that are backing up, Cherry Evans and the Trbojeviches are probably their key players. And also, Tapau should go back to getting decent minutes. He had lower minutes because of all the flight dramas and the internationals last time.
He played like 34 minutes, but still
coming off a bye though. He should be fresh.
He'll be real fresh.
He's recently joined my team. He was like the last sort of guy to finish my 17 out. So.
He'll be coming up against his mate Nelson Solomona.
Yeah, that'd be a good battle.
Bromwich. I don't know if they're actually mates or not, but they'll want to smash each other, I'm sure.
Yeah. All New Zealanders.
Yeah, so...
Will Chambers backing up, Adokar, Kafusi.
Yeah.
And, Cam Smith's still the guy too for Melbourne.
He's and he's looking like just the safe captaincy option again.
They decided not to stick with Croft, even though people were talking him up after one good game last week.
Well, he got his running game going, and that's where he looked really dangerous. But as a halfback, I don't know if he's a halfback.
He's always good in the Origin period, isn't he?
That's where he excels.
Yeah, he's just
and pre-season. That's about it.
But I don't think we'll see him again this year.
No, they've been going well. Oh, Jerome Hughes hasn't been playing.
The other question
he's been playing fullback.
Yeah, he's been playing fullback, yeah. The question marks will be on Munster because of his dislocated finger in Origin. Whether there's any sort of underlying issues there. I haven't heard whether... I think he could be right. But...
Yeah, I think he looked fairly comfortable when he was out there. Just wanted to get it back in and get going again.
Yeah, he had a good series too, so he'd be full of confidence, even though they didn't win the series.
That's it for them. Billy Slater for me in the match, probably.
Nah, they've given him enough awards this week.
Yeah, good. I'm going Storm. Whoa.
Computer says Manly. Must have known it was at Brookvale.
All right. And Cameron Smith.
Who are
you going? Tommy Turbo had a really good Origin.
Martin Tapau.
Ooh, yeah.
Going with something different here.
Fingers crossed. Are you going to put the captaincy on him?
No, my captaincy will be on Cameron Smith. which makes no sense. No, well, I expect Cameron Smith is going to be solid.
But not as good as Tafau.
Well, Tapau's one of those players you could put up 35.
You're just having a crack. You got to go out there. It's not easy to win the Golden 8. Fair call. Oh,
Hey, I'm still got to win games, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. The Saturday night game at GIO where Canberra play Cowboys.
Yeah, Kotrick's at fullback, which is and Rapana's back in.
Yeah,
keep saying Rapana.
So how long was White out for? Obviously,
I think they said 6 weeks.
I think the club imposed a 6-week ban, but I think hopefully NRL might make it a bit longer for the rest of the season.
Yeah, but in terms of fantasy,
I like Kotrick at fullback. I think
there's not too many more weeks after the 6 weeks.
Yeah, true.
You've only got about 8 weeks of fantasy.
No, but if you're thinking of bringing in Kotrick,
is there? Oh yeah.
I was looking at Kotrick actually. It was either
as a fullback option.
Yeah. Especially if you've got the fullback spot.
I think he's a better player than White anyway, and he should play there anyway. But
I really hope he takes this opportunity and really grabs it and goes well. Because I think he's going to be one of the good fullbacks for years to come.
Yeah, sure is.
All right. Papali's
the other fantasy relevant guy. He's playing at lock. He usually plays pretty solid and pretty well. So,
but I wouldn't.
But problem with him now, with Hodgson there, is Havili on the bench is likely could take minutes. If they decide to leave Hodgson on the field, he'll come in and play lock.
Yeah, they did that.
He started lock when Harley wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it might affect his ability to play 80, which then will affect his scores.
But again, he's one of the blokes that...
He's not quite top level.
Maybe a sideways trade at the end if you're playing finals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah, if you want to do something weird.
Yeah.
And we don't even need to talk about the Cowboys, do we?
No, everyone's got JT.
Yeah. The Taumalolo version. Cohen Hess scored well and is up there.
I think he's dropped off lately.
But
his defence was
he's one of those guys that's like not quite a Ryan James.
Yeah.
I think he's still behind Crichton even. So.
Yeah.
And
Anari Tuala's no good.
Yeah, he was like a fill-in for centre for a few weeks, but you really want to upgrade to one of those top sort of guys.
Yep. That's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Canberra.
Computer says Canberra.
Computer say Kotrick.
No, but
you're going Blake Austin off the bench.
No, I'm going Croaks.
Croker, he was their top scorer last week, I think. He got 80 on
goals, man. Yeah. Goals and tries.
There could be some tries in this game. All right, let's move over to Sunday early game. Broncos Warriors.
Yeah.
Suncorp. Fresh after.
Osaka's named after he had like a bit of a
ankle or foot or something. Or
leg injury of some description at late in the last game.
Right at the
where
end.
He didn't take a goal kick, but I mean it seems alright. Roberts obviously the backup. He hasn't quite been a good centre for fantasy.
So no TPJ there.
TPJ's on the bench. Which really hurts.
So he's been like, if you've held on to him, he's made you a lot of money, but it's probably time to move him on.
Yeah, same with Sewer. He's peaked with his price. He was handy for a lot of people, but time to get rid of him too.
Yeah, he lost a bit of money last week.
And McCulloch has been disappointing across that Origin period. I don't know.
He's obviously cheap enough now, so if he looks like to get some form back, and he might be a sideways trade at the end.
I just don't think the way that
it might actually be cheap enough to be a
Broncos
decent
have been playing. Yeah, maybe, but I just don't know that he's going to score that well.
Yeah,
because he hasn't shown it in the last couple of months.
Milford, I think Milford's actually moved up into the conversation for the halves, the top halves.
Yeah,
he's just a little inconsistent.
He's too inconsistent for mine.
But he has put up some really good scores lately.
He's one of those guys that if you're playing a super coach, get on him. But if you're playing fantasy, it's not consistent enough. And Warriors, Peter Hiku was dragged last game.
How good is that? Yeah, I think I haven't looked at the stats, but I'm sure it was like 10 missed tackles, like 5 errors, and a couple of penalties. It was ridiculous.
Oh, they were all the whole team was hopeless.
The whole team missed about 80 tackles.
It'll be interesting to see whether they respond this week with a performance.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough.
it'll make or break the rest of their season because if they don't just turn around, they're just going to slide
They're already on the slide.
out of the 8. Well, they've got a big
I don't think they're gonna slide
gap
out.
to 9th, so they might finish in 8th if they keep it up, but
They'll have no confidence going to the finals.
they won't anyway.
Yeah. So RTS, Johnson, and that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, Papali had some decent ownership. I think a lot of
Papali'i.
that I think a lot of that was by coverage and stuff. But
If he keeps that second row spot, Tohu Harris.
yeah, Harris will
a
come
few
back
weeks
in.
back, but he's been fairly good. Oh no, well he might keep. He did keep the spot. The Mannering is filled it.
Oh, he might, but
But I was
yeah.
looking at him for an 18th man option as well, because he's fairly cheap. Oh no, his price has been going
yeah,
up.
it's,
It's like
the longer you
500.
leave it, obviously, the less appealing he is. So
Anyway,
it's a tough one. I wouldn't bother.
nah,
And yeah, that's about it for them.
cool. Going Broncos
Yeah, computer says Broncos.
at Suncorp.
Yep.
Points. Sarko, maybe.
I would have gone TBJ, but now that he's benched, I don't know.
Go Milford again.
I don't
It's
see
been good
it.
for me.
I don't
Him-
like anyone.
Be
to
him
be
or
honest.
Sarko, I reckon. Maybe James Roberts after the Origin.
I think
Oh.
it'll be jeez. What an average game.
Alex Glenn, good choice.
Corey Oates,
Corey Oates,
you'll get some tries, mate.
if he can hold the ball.
Yeah, you get some tries.
And I went Milford. Cool. Let's move on to the big one at Jubilee. Dragons, Tigers, Sunday
Yeah.
Arby, 4 o'clock.
Well, the biggest thing with the Tigers, I'll start with them first.
Okay.
It's Robbie Farah. I just
Robbie
want to talk about Farah. People who got on board him obviously
real
were
happy.
rewarded not only with his score, but now with the team that's named.
Yeah.
There's no
Well, I
Reynolds.
heard, I heard
bench.
Reynolds could be out for the season. There was something I read about it. They could be out for the season, but I haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
since.
well, it's good for Farah anyway. Like,
Great for Farah, yeah.
there's no one there that looks like he'll take minutes off him.
But he
So
actually
he should
played
play
well,
80.
even though they lost at Leichhardt. He
I don't know
played.
how they lost that game.
He played
They were
really
on
well.
top. They seemed to be on top, then Titans just kept putting points on them.
Yeah.
There's not. Like, SM Masters is still good.
Yeah, he's been a little bit quiet, but the centres have their periods.
Still
where
got
they
goal
go well.
kicking with Mbai
Yeah.
joining the team.
So Mbai,
And Mbai
he
scored alright.
scored alright too. So there's not too much to worry about at the moment there if you've got him.
I like the look of Mbai. It's similar when Tedesco was there at the Tigers because he had a lot of work bringing the ball out of his own end.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it helps his scores out. So Mbai, there's no reason why he won't score well or continue what he's been doing.
Yeah. He won't get the ball as much as
He's
Teddy
one of
used
those
to get, but
guys.
he'll still do well.
I like to look at him as like an 18th man, like to cover because he can cover
covers,
wing and halves.
Yeah.
But he's not quite in top tier of both of those positions. So
Yeah.
he's one of those guys. If you're filling out,
Yeah.
extra spots on your bench.
Good option.
But yeah,
Cool.
and the Dragons have got their usual DeBellin.
I think you and
McInnes
I,
is close.
you and I
but-
both picked up.
And
You,
Ewan Aiken.
you and I both picked up Ewan
Yeah,
Aiken last week.
yeah, sure did.
Um,
And
Price was right.
and he
It
put up a
seems-
good score too.
Puts up. He's been. Well, I think we got him after the 70, though, didn't we?
Yeah, it was after the 70, but
Figured he was back.
he still put up a decent score.
Yeah. 40 odd for the try.
Yeah.
I think the Dragons will be in the top few teams and scoring points.
Well, that's why I got him. I expect him to still get tries because I expect the Dragons to close out this season pretty
I
strongly.
think I look at their run home too. It's not too bad for
Yeah.
for try scoring. So
I think the way they've managed their Origin guys
Yep.
and covered for them and stuff, and also just having the confidence of those guys like going away to Origin and winning a series
yeah,
and
Just
bringing it
pretty
back
much
to
their
the
whole
club.
forward pack.
Yeah. So I think I expect them to finish the season strongly.
Yep.
And choke in the finals when Ben Hunt drops the ball.
Dragons and Ewan Aiken.
Yeah, the computer tipped Tigers,
Shouldn't laugh.
so I'm going to go Robbie Farah again
Yeah, nice,
because I didn't last week.
nice. I went Dragons Aiken. All right, Sunday at Seabus. Titans Roosters.
Final game in the round.
Is it?
The yeah,
Yeah.
So obviously people backing up. Well, Wallace and Arrow. So Arrow's
Not Ryan James.
yeah. Ryan James isn't backing up because they hate him. But he didn't lose an Origin game either, so he's not disappointed. But yeah, Arrow and James, obviously your two key guys there.
Yeah, Ryan James is pretty too expensive at the moment, to be honest. So if you haven't got him,
I don't think so. I think at this point, if you're closing out your squad, you just get who you can afford that you want.
Well, that's the problem. He's you might not be able to afford him.
Okay, so if you can afford him, yeah, great. But if he's too expensive out of reach, then
that's if you haven't got your forwards sorted.
you'll have to look elsewhere.
If you're looking to do a trade at the end, keep an eye on him then.
And Roosters have got Tedesco and Mitchell backing up. They're fantasy relevant guys.
Mitchell, was he even out there last night? Other than that,
Touched
early
like
shoulder
once.
charge. Wasn't
Yeah.
shoulder charge.
Barely got the ball yet again.
I was at the end when Peachy came on and they threw it out to the left a little bit and he got some early ball. Oh, Mitchell's got some early ball.
Peachy touches the ball more
But
than
it was Mitchell.
more than Mitchell
but it
did
was
the entire game.
Yeah,
so
Peachy got the
it
ball.
says a lot about the way that the game was played.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Madison, I've heard there's some whispers that he might actually play.
Yeah, well, Victor Radley's going to be suspended, so someone will have to come in to replace him.
Yep.
So either it's going to be one of those guys that filled in last week, or it's going to be Madison,
Yep.
or like Orbison could come in and then someone on the bench. So I don't know. I don't know where Madison.
Have you
is.
held Madison this long?
No, I don't think anyone.
That
No
was-
one that's still playing's got him. People who held him is because they haven't changed their team.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a shame. Hopefully he comes back strong
yeah.
and you can look at him towards the end for a sideways trade.
The only concern with him is because obviously guys like Radley has played well, and they got Orbison hanging around as
A
well.
lot of options, don't they?
So if he is in there, they've got to find ways to fit all these guys in.
Yeah.
Whether it means someone playing more in the middle or whatever.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. But yeah, obviously I wouldn't get on board Madison until he's played another few games just to see if he's fit enough to play 80 or if he's completely ruined his body.
Yeah. Such a long stint. All right.
Because there's been talk of all kinds of injuries besides all the concussion stuff and the wrist thing and the.
Yeah.
But, that's about it really for that game.
Roosters. Yeah.
Computer says Roosters.
Oh, well done.
Computer does really well.
Okay, Teddy.
I'm going to go with Jai Arrow.
You've got a couple of blokes in the losing team this week.
Yeah, well, because you don't need to win to score. It's all the guys that are around the middle who I expect to do a lot of tackling. And
I'm not sure Arrow will get... Oh, they've
Minutes.
always got injuries, don't they? They'll probably have to play 75.
that's a good point. I'm changing my mind. I'm changing it to Ryan James.
If that wins you the round...
Sneaky. No, you can change it. You changed it
I'll
last week.
just take partial credit.
No.
Is all.
Well, I'll change it. No. I'm sticking with Ryan James.
All right.
Just because I'm worried about Arrow getting a spell on the bench.
Yeah.
Because of Origin. Way.
Anyway.
That's it for ins and outs and the stuff.
That's it for the stuff. We cover everything we wanted to cover.
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully you got your team just about set and now you're just waiting for the run
We'll
home.
pick the guns.
Hopefully you've got a couple of trades left. If you can sideways trade later, you've got a couple of trades up your sleeve.
Yeah. You really want to have your team sorted about now because
Pretty close
most
to it.
people would have a solid 17 now.
This week, next week. Yeah.
The only problem is if you were playing overall and you did huge trades for covering buys,
Yeah.
it's going to take all your trades just to bring your team back to normal. So
Because there weren't that many
good
blokes
luck.
playing last week.
No. So I don't know that a lot of people really were on board guys from last week because there was all the shitty teams. But yeah, so
All right, we'll look at some matchups before we head off.
yeah, we'll do that.
All right, so we'll have a look at a couple of leagues now. We'll look at our work league or the league.
The league, the professional league.
Okay, so the ladder stands that you are at the top still,
Yeah, still
undefeated, and looking like it'll stay that
3
way.
games to go.
Yeah, and then he's signed with Leeds. LK, I was talking to LK through the week. He's still got a few people to finalise his team, but he's in a good situation with trades.
Yeah, still looking solid for a top 4 finish.
Yeah, so I'd probably say top 2 as well. I think you two are at the top two. Self-Destruct is in third on 22 points.
Yeah.
Double Deckers on fourth. There's a heap of people on 20 points.
Yeah.
So Double Deckers is fourth with 20 points. Golden Apple's fifth with 20 points. Tiger Moon sixth with 20 points. I'm seventh with 19 points after I lost.
So there's a logjam for those last two top 4 spots.
Yeah, so it still could go anyway, although I'd probably lean towards Golden Apple will be there in the top 4, and it'll probably be it'll be me or Double Deckers.
Whoever wins this week.
Self-Destruct's got an extra, but I think he could lose pretty much every game.
Well, he's lost 2 out of the last 3.
Yeah, so it's going to be close. And then Harold Holt at 8th.
There's quite a few lining up for the last spot.
Yeah, it'd be Harold Holt, Monahan, Mud Dogs, or Mrs. Bird for that last spot in the finals.
It's going to come down to the draw, I think.
Yeah, so we'll have a look at the draw, right, and the rest we don't need to talk about. Probably,
Nah.
they're probably out of it.
They don't deserve it.
They're so we'll have a look at the draw now because there's still a bit of interest in some of it, not at the top of the table, but
Well, it's interesting in who's going to be top 4.
yeah, because you have to first place fourth, yeah.
Yeah.
In the matchups, Self-Destruct play Harold Holt. So actually, if Self-Destruct win this, I think he'll stay up there. If he has 2 more losses, 24.
Yeah.
Close. It'd be really close.
But he could probably end Harold Holt's season too. So
Yeah, so that's a big one. And I think they're family too. So that'll be good. I think it's son-in-law versus father-in-law.
Oh, righto.
So that'll be good. Rayner's Bludgers play Tiger Moon.
Yeah.
So Tiger Moon will want to get a few wins to get in that top 4.
Yep.
Don't see it happening. Do you want to have a
I'm
look at
still aiming to go undefeated, so...
the matchup? You want to have a look at the matchup?
I think the key ones here, he's got Ryan James and he's got Gallen, people like Burgess. We've got a lot of different players, so it's hard to really analyse the matchup.
Yeah. He's
It's
got a lot
not
of
too many the same.
got a lot of left field players
If you just
that could could
you
go
just
big.
go to the matching players, so you'll see that there's heaps that are different. And then, so like a lot of my big gun guys, like Tamalolo, Brown, Arrow,
Yeah,
Teddy,
That's about 15
Mitchell,
players different.
Aitken, and Farah, so I expect a lot of points out of guys that he doesn't have. So, I'm pretty confident about my team.
Yep. Okay, then Double Deckers play myself. So this one will be big for the outcome of the top 4,
Yeah,
and it's going to be really close, really close. We've got a handful of people different, so I'll be running Nathan Brown. He's got, and that'll come up against Surges. I've got Adam Reynolds. It'll come up against his Sean Johnson.
yeah, they're pretty close matchups.
I've got Ewan Aiken. It'll come up against his Masters.
Again,
Um,
he's got Tommy Turbo though.
he's got Tommy Turbo, but he's missing a half with Maloney not playing.
Yeah,
So it'll be Tommy Turbo versus DCE. So that'll be a melee game. And then in the backs, I've got Farah. I know he's got Farah too.
it's all pretty much the same.
It's Martin versus maybe Papali'i.
Yeah, he's got TBJ too,
TBJ,
bench,
so-
so I think you got a slight advantage there, but I mean that's going to be a close one.
I thought most of my losses, I think I've had a slight advantage. So
Yeah, could come down to
Yeah.
captaincy. I think you both probably put Cam Smith captain.
Yeah, so it's going to be close, but I'm not. The way I've been running this year, I'm not surprised if I take another loss.
It's all right.
But anyway, if we go back to the rest of the fixtures, Mrs. Bird plays versus the round ball, so that gives her a chance to get move into the 8. Golden Apple plays Stokinator, so
Easy win.
yeah, I think, like I said, I think he will get one of those top 4 spots, which LK prophesied when he was on.
Yeah.
So there you go. Bensville plays Backstabbers, NA. Monahan Mud Dogs plays Bettini Brothers, so that gives him a chance to move up. He's signed with Leeds, plays Lockie, so that cements his second place.
So he'll be second for sure, at least.
And then Cano's the King plays Ben Haywood, so
And no one cares because both of them are not going to be in the finals.
So a couple of important games as we get towards the end of the season.
Cool.
Move over to the Viewers League.
Yep. Where we're both doing miserably. Both outside the top 8 of our own league.
Did you drop out, did you?
Yeah,
you were in there quite comfortably.
I'm out on goal.
It's pretty
on points difference.
Okay, it's pretty close, isn't it?
Like 30 points.
So CK's still got a decent buffer up the top, which is annoying. We've got to knock him off, guys.
Yeah.
Paul Wickett. Oh, you guys play... Who did you play last week? Michael Dempsey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was a good game. And
Copped the loss.
Copped the loss?
No, he won, actually.
It's the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the last one.
So, Paul had the win there.
Yeah. So, he's going to be probably... he's definitely going to be top 4.
Yep. Scouts.
Although there's an extra game in this league, so there's 4 games to go.
Don't know what happened with the settings.
Someone fucked it up.
Scouts is on a big winning streak, and he's moved into 3rd, and looks like he'll probably stay up in the top 4.
Yeah, he obviously knows what he's doing.
Warringah Locals. Now there's 2 on 18. You got Warringah Locals and Pawnee, and then you got like 5 people on 16. He signed with Leeds, Dempsey's Dingbats, Renegades, Rainers Bludgers, Fungs Fantasy, and then a few on 14. So that top 8 is still not really decided yet.
No, and the whole thing is
Still open.
the bottom half. Those guys on 16. There's like five players on 16. I play 2 of them the next 2 weeks, so it's going to really shape the bottom half of the top 8.
Yep.
And also because someone stuffed the league up. There's the last round of the season is like a double up game against.
Yeah.
And I think I was unlucky enough to have to play wickets again for that one. So
I'll
pretty much have to win this week, or else I'm going to be trying to scrape in for 8th, like late on. But I do have a game in hand against the Everything Bats, so that's going to help out my for and against, which is probably keeping me outside the 8 at the moment.
Yep. My for it's pretty good, which suggests I've played all the easy teams and I've only got the hard ones.
But there's a few guys outside. Like Teonu, he's seen Vanuku.
Yeah.
He's won 4 of the last 5. Like, he's moving up, but it's just whether he's got enough games left to sneak his way in.
Yeah. Same with myself. I've won 4 of the last 5.
I
That
think
doesn't help.
just the luck of the draw now is going to figure out like what the matchups are the last few weeks, like who the last few teams are.
Yep.
And hopefully one of us can at least represent in our own Viewers League.
Yeah, at the start of the season, I was like, I hate you lose a few, but now we just need one of us in there.
Yeah.
All right. So the fixtures there. Slow. Oh, I think I've broken it. There we go. CK plays Michael Dempsey. So,
Huge.
yeah, big one there to get Dempsey back in the top 8, who's just outside at the moment.
Go on to
Wickets and Lone Scout.
another top 4 matchup.
Massive, yeah. So good luck to yourself, Paul. Hope you get over the Lone Scout there.
Well, if he does, it'll lock him in for top 2, I would say.
Yeah. Fungs Fantasy Flukes plays Luke self-destruct, so that'll help Robert get into the top 8, or help his chances. I play Warringah Local, which is a big one for myself. I need to win every game to give myself even a chance.
You're in trouble.
I think I'm in trouble as well. So we're fairly similar. He's playing Crichton, I'm playing Nathan Brown. He's playing Johnson, I'm playing Reynolds. He's playing Masters, I'm playing Latrell Mitchell, who's been out of form there.
Yeah.
We're both going to replace Ponga. He's got Kurt Mann. I have to play Brimson.
He's got guys coming. They've got Tedesco in.
Yeah, so I already can't. Yeah, we're back with Tedesco. So he's got McInnes. I've got Farah. He's got Alvaro. I've got DePau. He's got Gallen. I've got Martin.
Yeah.
It's going to be close. Good luck.
I think he's got the edge on you slightly.
Good luck, Nathan. Yeah. Please, you're already in there, mate. Just maybe you could take a few of your players out.
Just knock him out.
Give me a chance. Anyway, we'll follow that one through.
I'm tipping a draw in that match.
I've already had one draw this year. That's enough in the other league. All right, so let's go back. Look at the rest of the matchups. Dingbat plays Harold Holt, not NA. Turner plays Robert Dumper. Robert, you need to win to get back into the 8. I'll give yourself a chance.
Just pride. You don't want to lose to Steve Turner.
That too. LK versus McMurray. I think LK, he signed with Leeds, is one of the players that can drop out of the 8.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's on 16 points, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got a big game this week and a big game next week.
is he playing next week?
Me.
Oh, okay. Hopefully,
I'll decide
like I said before,
who's in out of us two, I would think.
he hasn't sorted his team out yet, so I hope he does by next week.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Kamami plays Taoni, so a couple of must wins there. And then Renegades plays yourself.
Yeah.
You're fairly confident with this one?
I am looking at that matchup. I don't know that whoever's running that team has kept it up to date
Yeah.
too well.
Yep.
I don't know if there was some buy coverage going on or what, but yeah.
Yeah, so I agree. He should win.
Yeah, I just feel like I've got an advantage with my personnel.
So we'll definitely be following this league pretty closely now to the end of the season. And there's a couple of key matchups there.
Yep.
If you're watching and you want to put down your thoughts on your game, chuck it in the comments and
Yeah.
we can have a chat about it anyway. And not that we'll be helping you, but
Yeah.
we can see who's got the edge. That's about it.
Yep.
Um,
Anything else for the show, or is that it for the show?
that might be it. We're not on next week.
Um,
I've got to work again.
Yeah. So whatever.
Some training. So
Yeah. Put in your golden 8. We'll
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
on top of that stuff anyway. And,
yeah, it's the only reason why people
yeah.
are still playing fantasy. I think.
If we're not on next week, then we'll update all that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever.
Oh, we might have to throw up a little video, like a short little Golden 8 video or something, just so people can put in
Yeah,
the
we'll
comments.
do some slides
Yeah.
like someone else does, and call it a video.
I don't think he's put any on lately,
Oh,
because he's probably recognised no one cares anymore.
YouTube probably banned him.
No, I don't think so. I just don't think anyone's watching
Well, he
anymore.
kept saying everyone kept banning him from stuff, so
Our views have dropped like significantly.
yeah,
Because, yeah,
no one cares anymore,
No
do
one
they?
cares, no.
Origin's over.
that's right.
Fantasy's over.
If you were running a website, you'd probably do it all through there now anyway.
Cool.
So fair enough. Alrighty. So good luck. Good luck to the people in the World Series of Poker still. That's what I'll be following this week.
Yeah.
And good luck to France or Croatia. Who
Maybe the
cares?
cards be live and all your possibly monsters or something. Is that the thing you say? See you next week.
Something like that. Shuffle up and deal. That's it.
Touchdown.